4 years, because 2015 to 2019, 4 years. Within 4 years, do you know how many tenants they changed for that room? 7. Tenants can, tenants leave. Tenants can, tenants leave. Why? Because they cannot have another tenant in their home. Because the grandma thinks she is the king. And everybody needs to give her space. Whenever she wants to use the kitchen, she needs to go to the kitchen. She needs to be allowed, she needs to do everything. And the kitchen, basically, the tenants really have no time to go even cook anything. Most of the tenants basically gradually thought, this is very inconvenient, let's leave, you know? So this kind of situation that I was there for 8 years and was the best tenant, and purely because of the CCP's hate propaganda. The grandma insisted, and then the daughter insisted that the husband do the illegal eviction. Now they go find a lawyer. And the lawyer immediately heard, oh, she's a Falun Gong. Then he started to lie that I didn't pay the rent. I was harassing the children. I was endangering the children because I proselytized Falun Gong. I never did. I only meditate, do my exercises, mind my own business. Because Falun Gong doesn't like you have to convert everybody into Falun Gong. It's everybody's free choice. Throughout of all this time, we are together. Have I ever proselytized, make sure you practice Falun Gong with me? Mr. Shim, answer me. Do I force you to practice Falun Gong?
No.
Right?
Right, yeah.
Do I keep on being, proselytize you about this and that all the time? Do I?
No.
I have no time for it. Every day you see me busy doing my work. Sometimes you don't even have time to be able to talk to me until dinner time, correct?
Yeah.
That's what happens over there. That's my daily habit. You witness it. Okay? You know how I run my life. Totally tranquil and intense about my own work. Okay? I don't go around proselytizing Falun Gong. But the lawyer lied and made false accusations. And now what is worse is that because this room initially was rented by Jianxin. So Mr. Deren Ren basically directly received rental payment from Jianxin Bao. Deren considered Jianxin Bao to be the one in charge of paying the rent. And Jianxin Bao started to tell Deren, most likely, oh, that's my sister. She has mental problems. That most likely created quite a lot of discrimination mentality among the family towards me. That's why I noticed Deren was always super cautious. Like when I lock the door, he need to go back to lock it again. I mean, at nighttime, he need to double check, triple check, you know what I mean? So when people felt that someone is not normal and living in their home, and they have elder and young children in the house, what kind of stress that would bring to the family, correct? So I think also Jianxin Bao, he pretended to be in charge of the place and he wants to pay the rent. And eventually I sensed the problem. I said, Jianxin Bao, not allowed. Donate the money to the Whole Elephant Institute account. Whole Elephant Institute will write the check to Deren. And Jianxin Bao had to change that. So he donated the money to the Whole Elephant. Whole Elephant write a check to Deren. That has been going on throughout all those years until one day Jianxin Bao says, you need to go to see a medical doctor. Otherwise, I'm not donating. That occurred exactly after the pandemic happens. Pandemic time, it's already locked down. For the Whole Elephant Institute office, we had no way to generate any donation money during that period of time. And the Jianxin Bao promises to be the one to support the rent of that place. as long as I'm there to do the whole Alpha Institute work, who made him suddenly make a request that I need to go see a medical doctor for his continued donation? I don't know what is the story behind that, but it happened right in the middle of the pandemic. Now, when that happened, I told Jian Xinbao he is no longer eligible to be a donor because his behavior indicated that he has been still working for the Chinese government to pretend to be my guardian. All the donation now no longer considered to be donation, but actually he's paying the debts because he faked the medical diagnosis to label Dr. Wang to be bipolar and causing Dr. Wang, become homeless back in the year of 2005. So Dr. Wang supposed to take him to court, but Dr. Wang gave him the opportunity to repent. So back in the year of 2015, when Jianxin came to see me, I already changed the name from Dr. Wang to Dr. Lotus King Weiss. He told me that Dr. Wang's mother instructed him to buy Dr. Wang a new house outside of Flushing. So Jianxin said, Dr. Wang's mother wants you to live in your own home outside of Flushing, so you can have your daughter and husband live with you and don't stay in Flushing anymore. So Dr. Wang thought, Dr. Lotus King Weiss, me thought, Dr. Wang's parents are repenting. They want to make up for the wrong they have done. So that's why I said, that's very good, but right now, I only need an office in Flushing. That's how this place was finalized as Whole Elephant Institute office donated by Jian Xinbao to support charter school project. When the pandemic time started and Jian Xinbao suddenly changed to, you must go see a doctor for me to continue to donate, I already starting to know that it's all just a game. From the beginning of 2015, Dr. Wang's mother already planted a new trap for me to fall into it. If I accept it, let's say if I accepted the house and I relocate away from Flushing, basically then they will, because that house belongs to Dr. Jian Xinbao, and then, basically means that I'm living in Jian Xinbao's home, then Jian Xinbao can ship me back to China again. You know what I mean? So I didn't fall into it. I kind of was alert to begin with, but Jian Xinbao still played tricks in the back and gradually eating away the conscience of the owner, Duren, and his wife. So in every regard, I believe that what happened in May 28th is a combination of two forces. The hate propaganda through the television that caused the grandma and grandpa to discriminate me, harass me, right? And all the interest part. So this family got corrupt. Jian Xinbao, the same day, also talked to the police, claiming that I was bipolar and was on medication for the past 2 weeks. That was the fundamental cause for me, and then plus police corruption. They don't investigate the truth, and leading me to be shipped into the Long Island hospital, Jewish hospital, for 6 hours in a very dangerous situation. So that's why I want to take this opportunity and make everything clear to the general public. Okay. That's one bill. Okay. Now, today, you can pause.
Too long.